Hello everyone and welcome back to Oba's Trending Gist, where we break down the stories making waves across Nigeria. For weeks, all eyes have been on Rivers State, the political drama between the FCT minister and former governor Nyesom Wike and his handpicked successor, Governor Fubara, has been nothing short of a political blockbuster. It's the classic case of a political godfather versus his godson, a battle for the soul and, more importantly, the control of one of Nigeria's richest states. We saw impeachment threats, the bombing of the State House of Assembly, and a state literally split into two factions. Then the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu stepped in. We saw the pictures, the handshakes, the smiles, all signs pointing to a reconciliation. They told us peace has returned to Rivers State, but the question on everyone's lips is, at what cost? Is this a genuine truce, or was it a forced surrender? Now, two of Nigeria's most respected journalists, Rufai Oseni and Dr. Reuben Abati, watched the same events and came to a very different and very damning conclusion. They are not buying the peace narrative. Let's hear exactly what they had to say. Sit back and take a watch.
As regards Fubara and Wike, the truth is, they will always settle their fights. In the first place, the fight was about the resource of the states. Now, they've been able to twist Fubara. It just shows that Fubara couldn't fight the hegemony, so he went on a wild goose chase. The same agreements that probably Fubara didn't want to agree before, maybe is what they agreed now. I don't have the empirical facts. I don't like to talk in the blind, but in the dark. But probably it's that same agreement. It will not be more than, yielding to your boss and all of that. You can see I think that's Amawule, the Speaker of the House, and the factions at which they fought. So all of them are singing Kumbaya today, and it's all over. For good measure, the question we ask Fubara is that, will you just now go ahead to join APC so that we just know that you have potted fully? Or, because I don't know or you still want to do this amorphous relationship that your boss, Wike, does, that is one leg in, one leg out. In the end, this was not about the Rivers people. So the delusion that they are trying to put forward and say, oh, this is about peace, it was not about the Rivers people. It's about both of them having an innate agreement. Things went south, and then Wike flexed his muscle. Obviously, in this, he came out winners because he had more might, and he has been able to set Fubara straight. And they are on the line on the part of this, their own private agreement. All of this, see, don't deceive yourself. Politicians, when they fight, it's never about you, the people. Forget it. Your prospects in life is just like one or two line items on the budget. For them, it's about themselves and their families and what they can build. So, are we going to say congratulations to people in Rivers? What congratulations? Because they still put a sole administrator there. Despite the things we talked about, the aberration of state of emergency, he still went ahead. So why do we deceive ourselves so much in this country?
Fubara meeting with Wike. Look, what Fubara has done is just to do an unconditional release, or unconditional surrender, to exhibit his cowardice. I know that before now he had gone to London to see the president and all that. He's been busy begging. Okay, so what he has done is to cop out. All those people that I see there, I know many of them. I haven't seen anybody there that is Fubara's camp. It's, Nyesom Wike's camp dominating the meeting. So what it means is that Fubara has done an unconditional surrender. What are the details of that surrender? We would like to know. Has he now agreed that he will bow down, kowtow to the Godfather after the fashion of the Adelabu matter in Oyo State? Has he also kowtowed to the extent that whatever the Godfather says is what you will agree? We would like to know what the details are. And where does this leave all those youths saying, we are fighting for Ijaw nation, we are fighting for Fubara, and those stomach-driven elders who were coming on television to defend Fubara? Did he consult them before going there for this unconditional, for this surrender that he has done? However, everybody is driven by their stomach, what they will eat, whether Godfather or the Godson, and all that. So maybe we should just look for what will happen next. Maybe now they will reinstate Fubara and he will go back and be governor, and he will be the one to control the budget, that the National Assembly, the Senate has passed in line with Section 11, and then, of course, there will be peace hereafter. This is all about character. This is all about the politics of Nigeria and the role of godfathers. This is all about, after all, this same Fubara told us that he doesn't need the position. What he has shown, what he has demonstrated, looks like serious desperation. Even if we applaud the fact that President Tinubu is acting as a father, as a peacemaker, and is trying to ensure that no part of Nigeria is disturbed. Where does he leave Ibokete Ibas, who is, enjoying the position? He's from your state. All these cross-river people trying to go and do long truth in River State. Okay, maybe the president will change his cabinet within the next month or so. He can always find something for him. He can always make him ambassador, because he has shown that he's a man that can be used to pursue whatever agenda, big mayor ask him to pursue. They will find something for him. But I look forward to what the outcomes of this, surrender by Simi Fubara is all about.
Wow. They did not mince words at all. Let's break this down. Rufai Oseni goes straight for the money. Literally, he says the fight was about resource of the state. He urges that this entire drama wasn't about governance or ideology. It was a power struggle over who controls treasury of River State. When he says they were able to twist Fubara, he's suggesting that Governor Fubara was pressured, likely with the weight of federal power, into accepting a deal he didn't want. A deal that effectively makes him governor in name, while the control of the state's resource goes back to the camp of his predecessor. For Rufai, this is a selfish battle between elites, and the people of River State are just spectators. Now, if I may say, does it mean that Rufai Oseni wants the fight to continue, the fight between Wike and Fubara to continue, while the state suffers? Is that what he is implying? Whichever way they can settle the fight, they should settle. Let Fubara go back and govern the state. Let him continue to be the state, the governor of the state, because they have a stool administrator there because of the state of emergency that was declared in that state. So they should reconcile and go back. Even if there's a personal interest, all that matters is that Fubara has gone back to govern his state. His people likes him. Let him continue. So all these talks Rufai is bringing up is just his personal and how will I put it, his personal opinion. It doesn't matter in the scheme of things. So let's hear what Dr. Abati has to say. Dr. Reuben Abati takes a step further, makes it about character. He calls Governor Fubara's action an unconditional surrender that exhibits his cowardice. You see that? He's calling him a coward for just trying to make peace with person we put him there. I don't see anything wrong in that. Those are incredibly strong words. Yes, indeed they are. Dr. Abati is painting a picture of a governor who, when faced with a superior political force, completely folded. He couldn't withstand the heat from his godfather and essentially gave up the fight. When you have godfather, we get power might. We get, what do you call it, federal might backing. What do you expect? Do you want to still fighting with him? Because they say when two elephants fight, the grasses suffers. So this is what exactly played out here. The state is suffering, you understand, while Wike and the Fubara are fighting. And his most critical question is, what are the details of that surrender? This points to the secrecy of the deal. If this peace was truly for the people, why aren't the terms public? It suggests a private agreement was reached to appease the godfather, leaving the governor with very little real power. So what we have here are two powerful perspectives. One says the peace deal was a financial settlement to control resources. The other says it was a political surrender due to lack of courage. Either way, both journalists agree that this was not a meeting of equals and that Governor Fubara lost his ground. But what do you think? Was this a necessary compromise to bring peace and stability to River State, or was the governor forced into a corner, effectively ending his authority? Who really won here, Wike, Fubara, or the people? Drop your own analysis in the comments below. I really want to hear what you have to say on this. So if you found this breakdown insightful, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and of course, hit that subscribe button to join the Obas Trending Gist family. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.